On the news this morning, Governor Obiano reassures on promotion of quality education to sustain students' outstanding performance in competitions. Standard Organization of Nigeria holds workshop on promotion of quality assurance in production and service delivery. NISA urges federal government to increase employment opportunities. On the foreign scene, Venezuela's defense minister rejects attempt to unseat government. Good morning and welcome to the news. My name is Nonye Ngokoye. Stakeholders in the world of communication have commended the contributions of the new media to the growth and development of the society. They gave the commendations during the unveiling of the book, New Media in African Society, authored by many scholars drawn from across Nigeria and beyond. A correspondent, Ngozi Obileri, covered the event and our reports.
The book was edited by the Commissioner for Basic Education, Professor Kate Omenuwa, and others. It is an 18-chapters book divided into 4 parts and written by 28 authors. Unveiling the book, Governor Obiano, represented by the head of service, Barrister Harry Odo, commended the editors of the book, especially Professor Omenuwa, whom he said has pushed Anambra to a high pedestal and projected the state throughout the world in terms of quality education, recalling how the students of the state have been excelling in national and international competitions.
On behalf of His Excellency, the Governor of Anambra State, I suggest that we all have copies in our hands and admire them as we make our pronouncements. His Excellency has asked me to support this wonderful effort, this erudite effort.
Reviewing the book, New Media and African Society, the book reviewer, who is also the chairman, Board of Trustees, Reading Association of Nigeria, Professor Chukwuemeka Onukogu, talked about the book in 3 different parts, emphasizing on chapters containing the leadership style of Governor Obiano and its positive impact on the growth of education and all-round development. Professor Onukogu recalled that World Bank had described Anambra as the literacy hub of Nigeria, urging everyone to endeavor to adhere to the advice on the chapters on hate speech and the contributions of the new media to the growth of African culture and society.
With the new media, we have what it takes to perform better than professional journalists. The Anambra Wheel of Development model, vividly described in the book, is one every government in Nigeria should emulate.
In a welcome speech, one of the editors and authors, Professor Omenuwa, said that the book highlights the positive aspect of new media, contains Anambra shared values, explored how Anambra state government used communication to develop the state, pointing out that Governor Obiano's style of leadership depicts a leader who demonstrates what it means to communicate through leadership.
This government uses communication, to communicate development. The verbal and non-verbal cues, the 20 million naira project, the way we ask people to bring out their projects and their developmental strides from bottom up to top and not top down.
Earlier, the chairman on the occasion, Mr. Jude Okwo, said the event was to recognize hard work and appreciated Governor Obiano for choosing capable hands to work with, noting that Ndi Anambra are seeing the result. Among those present at the event were members of the State Executive Council, members of the State House of Assembly, the academia, traditional rulers, students and managing directors of agencies, including the managing director and chief executive officer of the ABS, Chief Uche Nwora. In Oka, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
Thank you so much, Ngozi. Now, a one-day sensitization program on standard measurements and meteorology services has ended in Oka. The program, organized by the Standard Organizations of Nigeria in conjunction with the 8th consultant Gimarex Limited, was in line with the agency's motto of improving life through standard, with the theme, the importance of meteorology and for quality assurance for products and services for industrial development in Southeast Nigeria. The sensitization program will help ensure more accuracy in all forms of measurements. David Okwokwasale has the report.
Metrology is loosely the science of measurement, which is an important factor in defining quality of goods and services that determine tempo of trade and growth of the economy of nations. Participants at this one-day workshop targeted at ensuring quality assurance in the market, especially in the Southeast, are drawn from the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control (NAFDAC), and other industrial stakeholders and policymakers from trade, manufacturing, building and construction sectors. Delivering an address of welcome to these participants, the Director General of the Standard Organization of Nigeria, SON, Barrister Osta Aboloma, represented by the Anambra State Coordinator of the organization, Engineer Williams Obe, explained that the workshop is part of a general effort to ensuring the establishment and management of a credible measurement system in Nigeria, which will help the Nigerian quality market to meet international standards and compete in trade to guarantee consumer and environmental protection. Later, in a paper on the theme of the workshop, he explained that quality assurance is the reason for the establishment of the National Metrology Institute to make it easier to ensure accuracy of measuring equipment referred to as calibration.
Some people will see food, say, calibrate after 1 year, calibrate after 6 months. You understand? So it depends on the need, and it depends on the usage. If you are using it frequently, fine. You agree with him, come every 3 months, come every 6 months, come every 1 year. So you, the user, determines, the frequency of calibration.
Reactions from participants at the workshop stressed the need for more ongoing engagements between practitioners in the industrial sector and regulatory agencies.
If the period of production meets with standard, it will make it easy for consumer protection, because my own area is to ensure that our consumers get the due of their right.
In terms of production, accuracy and precision of measurements matters a lot. It will help you to get quality products. It will also help you to avoid losses.
Now that they have come up with a place where you can go and standardize the equipment, that means in the nearest future, we'll have a standard weight in our country.
In Oka, I am David Obokwase reporting for ABS News.
Following his arrest, Chibo Aniebu Elias Transformer, the main suspect in the killing of Chief Frank Anthony Iboka, the President General of Inimo Community, has confessed his involvement in the crime. Ngozi Obileri once again has an update.
Chibo Aniebu, aka Transformer, is a native of Aba Village, Nimo, in Njikoka Council area of Anambra State. His involvement in the assassination of the late President General of Nimo Community in Njikoka Council area, Chief Frank Anthony Iboka, on the 16th of April 2019, was unraveled when the Anambra State Police Command launched a manhunt for perpetrators of the act. Fortunately for the police and unfortunately for Chibo, he was caught. Here is his confession.
Which car have been carried go? Corona. There was nobody, so it was smashed. How many of you have been doing the operation?
I was arrested. So Bina called me to come to Afibe and I came. I don't know operation, yes, I know them. I told this how we can get them, but I have not got them. Is that Obina was saying that the man is stopping from coming to that name. Once he just to know that the vigilante group of the town, of the Nimo community. Obina knows him very well.
Chibo mentioned the names of his other accomplices, namely Chukwu Nonso, popularly called Mwasami, Obinna Okoro, and Smart. The State Police Command has declared the other 3 suspects, believed to be still at large, wanted. Anyone with useful information on how to apprehend them will receive a reward of 5 million naira for each of the suspects. Governor Willie Obiano had, while announcing the reward at a media briefing on Monday, 29th April 2019, after the State Executive Council meeting, assured Anambra that his administration will continue to ensure that Anambra remains the safest state in Nigeria. He also cautioned landlords in the state to be careful in who they let out their properties to, as any building discovered to be used in carrying out any criminal activity will be pulled down.
This Monday, after the service, I promised Anambra people that we will arrest the people that killed Johnny Boka, the PG Nimo. And that was on Monday. We picked up this the leader of this team, Chibo Anin, popularly aka Transformer. Our wide network was able to assist us, plus the bounty of 5 million for anybody that gives us information on that. So we got a tip and we picked the guys. We were able to assess their chat group and we saw how they planned everything. So made confessions, that clearly shows why they did that. But what is important for the Anambra is to once more be reassured that Anambra remains the safest state in Nigeria. Safest state in Nigeria. We have what it takes, the equipment to discover and detect any form of criminality anywhere. When I made that promise on Easter Monday, I was not boasting. We quickly put all the equipment we have in place and we were able to track this guy. Now we are looking for 3 more of the suspects, namely Smart, as the surname M, Chukunonso, alias Mwasam, and Obin Okafo. We are going to pick them. We know where they are. We are tracking them, and we will pick them. And I also want to reassure anybody that helps us in this arrest. There's another bounty of 5 million per head. So if you help us to arrest Smart, you earn 5 million. You help us in the arrest of Chukun also, you earn 5 million. You help us to arrest Obin Okafor, you earn 5 million. So this is important because this administration values the life of any Anambra fellow anywhere in Nigeria. We are ready to go to anywhere to save an Anambra man. Anywhere. So I'm using this opportunity to sound a note of warning on all criminals not to show up here in Anambra because they will be dealt with very decisively. We have what it takes to trace them and hand them over to the law enforcement agents for the due process to follow. Once more, landlords, be careful who you pick up as your tenants. Very important, because we are not going to spare your house. No excuse.
The 5 million naira reward is for information leading to the arrest of each remaining suspect still at large. Call the police number 0703 919 4332 0703 919 4332 if you have information.
The protracted accommodation challenges faced by students of Nwaforizu College of Education in Sube will soon become history as a philanthropist, Prince Arthur Eze, has undertaken to construct an ultra-modern hostel project for the school. The foundation stone of the gigantic hostel, which would gulp 120 million naira, was laid at the college by the philanthropist. We have details.
Speaking after handing over a check for 120 million naira to the acting provost of the institution, Dr. Eunice Osebo, Prince Eze explained that he decided to embark on construction of a state-of-the-art hostel for the college due to his love for education. Prince Eze noted that many students across the Federation encounter accommodation challenges while on campus, which affect them academically and mentally. He maintained that the gesture is his own way of supporting the development of Anambra State. He also doled out a check for 50 million naira to the school management for their students' feeding.
I will give you 125 million.
In her remarks, the provost of the college, Dr. Osebo, described Prince Arthur Eze's hostel project as a big relief to the school as it has limited accommodation facility for its students. Dr. Osebo disclosed that on completion, the hostel will house thousands of students, thereby preventing students from living off campus where they may indulge in immoral behaviors such as cultism and armed robbery, among others. Dr. Osebo, who commended Prince Eze for answering the clarion call of Governor Willie Obiano on prominent citizens of Anambra State to imbibe think-home philosophy, urged others to emulate him in the interests of the state.
You can see the excitement all over the place. The children cannot be controlled. It's not that they are not disciplined, but the excitement, they cannot control it. For you to have come to this place, it's a very wonderful thing for us.
She equally thanked the philanthropist for promising to construct borehole for the college.
That's a good one there. Congratulations to Nwaforizi College of Education, and thanks so much to Prince Arthur Eze for that intervention. Now, the Nigerian Institute of Social and Economic Research, NISA, Ibadan, has called on the federal government to scale up job creation efforts to reduce the effect of unemployed dependence on household expenditure. Dr. Oluwakemi Okuwa, Associate Research Professor, NISA, who made the call in Ibadan at the April Research Seminar of the institution, said the real income of workers in both the government and private sectors should be reviewed in order to increase their purchasing power. Okuwa also urged the government to guide against economic recession by encouraging local crop, food production, and agricultural value chain. She called for increased food production through improved seedlings, inputs, and security in the country. And now on business news, exports of Nigerian crude oil have suffered a significant disruption as two international oil companies operating in the country declared force majeure on two crude grades. Force majeure is a legal clause that allows companies to cancel or delay deliveries due to unforeseen circumstances. Shell Petroleum Development Company of Nigeria Limited, in a statement, said it declared force majeure on Bonny Light following the shutdown of the Nembe Creek trunk line on April 21, 2019, and declaration of force majeure by the operator of the NCTL ITIL Eastern Exploration and Production Company Limited. And from our foreign shuttle, Diosdado Cabello, the head of Venezuela's pro-government Constituent Assembly, has called on supporters of President Nicolas Maduro to rally at the presidential palace after opposition leader Juan Guaido said troops had joined him to overthrow Maduro. Guaido, speaking earlier near the La Carlota Air Force Base in Caracas, said the final phase to end Maduro's presidency had begun. However, the Minister of Defense, Vladimir Padrino, said that the armed forces remained firmly in defense of the constitutional order. Venezuela's Information Minister, Jorge Rodriguez, said the government is confronting a small group of military traitors that are seeking to promote a coup. Tear gas was fired on a highway near the air base where Guaido appeared with the military men. Now on sports news, Nigeria's sensational boxer Larry Ekundayo will defend his International Boxing Federation IBF European welterweight title at the Box Champ Fest 2019 on June 30 at Indoor Hall of the National Stadium, Surulere, Lagos. The Box Champ Fest 2019, a boxing music and entertainment show being packaged and promoted by Sale Gloves Promotion in association with World Class Athletes WCA, will also see Nigeria and current WBH African Cruiserweight Champion Tony Salam fight for WBO African Cruiserweight title against Basti Sameh of Ghana. Also on the fight card for the night are some homegrown talents such as Riliwan Lawal and Taiwo Olowu, among 6 other boxers that would be fighting for vacant national titles. And on a sad note, the remains of the late Mr. Samuel Okeke Opala have been laid to rest at his compound, Ikenga Village, Adaziane, in Anocha local government area. The burial service of late Mr. Opala, who died at the age of 86 and was the elder brother of the Archbishop, Ecclesiastical Province on the Niger, and Bishop of Nnewi Diocese, Most Reverend Godwin Opala, took place at St. Jude's Church, Adaziane. Kenechukwu Chukwudi has details.
In a benediction during the funeral service, the Anglican Bishop of Awka Diocese, Right Reverend Alexandra Ibezim, called on the faithful to always get prepared for death, which he described as inevitable for all mortals. Bishop Ibezim, who presided over the service, described the late Okeke Opala as a devout Christian who finds time to serve and worship God even from his sick bed. He charged those he left behind, especially his holy brother, Most Reverend Godwin Opala, to take solace in the fact that the deceased fought a good fight.
Life is a journey, and each journey we move from one destination to another destination. In the 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verse 13, Paul comforted them to say, please stop crying. If we ever believe that Jesus have died and risen, that Jesus is going to come, but this time in a glorious way.
The Bishop Emeritus of Niger West Diocese and Rector, Institute of Theology, Paul University, Awka, Right Reverend Anthony Nkwoka, while praying for the family of the deceased, urged them not to weep like those without hope, expressing optimism that the late Samuel is resting in the bosom of the Lord. In a vote of thanks, Most Reverend Godwin Opala, while thanking those who came to commiserate with them in their moment of grief, prayed God to grant them journey mercies.
The one who saw me through the secondary school education took care of me until after the war, when he was retired. Then my mom took over and completed. A very kind man, very peaceful, and he doesn't talk too much, but he wants justice to be done.
The Commissioner for Public Complaints Commission in Anambra State, Mr. Samben Nwusu, and wife of the Anglican Bishop of Agwata Diocese, Mrs. Chinyere Ezofo, charged in their separate remarks Christians to always aspire to leave indelible legacies while on earth. Speaking to the ABS, some of the children of the deceased, including Mrs. Nne Amaka Obiekezie and Mr. Nna Emeka Opala, described their late father as humble, straightforward and great disciplinarian, adding that they will miss dearly his fatherly advice. The late Samuel Okeke was survived by his wife, Felicia, 5 children, and numerous other relations. It's been Kenechukwu Chukwudi for ABS News.
We pray God to console the family. And that's just about it. But before we go, remember that you can also follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/ABS Radio TV online. Follow us on Twitter at ABS Radio TV and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website www.absradiotv.com. And the main news again, Governor Obiano has reassured on promotion of quality education to sustain students' outstanding performance in competitions. Standard Organization of Nigeria has ended workshop in Awka on promotion of quality assurance in production and service delivery. NISA has urged federal governments to increase employment opportunities. And on the foreign scene, Venezuela's defense minister has rejected attempt to unseat government. And that's it on the news for this morning. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Nonya Wokoe. Good morning.